Hey everyone, it's Josh, and I'm going to make another WWE related video today, wrestling related video. And I wanted to say that, I don't watch today's product as much as I watched the product in the past. And the reason for that is today's product pretty much sucks. There's no real storylines, there's no intrigue, there's none of that. It's just all about the athletic contest. Which is stupid because it's a fake athletic contest anyway. Wrestling has always been about the storylines and the intrigue and the sort of male soap opera aspect of it. So when you make it about the athletic performance, you take away. I mean, you might as well just make it a real fighting sport at that point um, if you want to go that direction. But bottom line is, right now, Roman Reigns is the only he's the only thing really worth watching on today's product. You know, now you have other wrestlers that are fun to watch, like Sami Zayn's doing some pretty cool stuff right now. Um, you've got Seth Rollins can be entertaining, you know what I'm saying? But nobody's going to tune in just for Seth Rollins. Nobody's going to tune in just for Sami Zayn. Roman is the only real top guy that can just consistently do top guy stuff, except for Drew McIntyre, which I'll get into in a second. But he's the only one who's really allowed to go out there and be his true self. He's the only one who has real storylines usually that actually go on for a little while. Now they don't go on for long enough, but there's at least some degree of intriguing storyline with Roman. And let's be honest, even without Paul Heyman, Roman cuts a hell of a promo. You know, when they took the chains off him and allowed him to be himself and the whole head of the table thing, and he developed that character, it was just the man is just one of the best things on the mic we've ever seen. Is he as good as The Rock or Stone Cold? No, but I'd put him at a top 10, top 15 all time guy on the mic. That's where I'd put him right now. And I mean, really think about it. When you tune into wrestling, especially Smackdown, who are you really there to see? You enjoy seeing some of the other characters. You enjoy seeing Sami Zayn and stuff, but who are you really there to watch? If Roman wasn't there, you would not tune in. You know, let's just be honest with that. So I know that it's the way for me, and I know that's the way for a lot of you because the ratings, the segment ratings show that Roman's segments are just 8 bazillion times more well watched than anybody else's segments. Now, there is one other star that could be on that level if they allowed him to be on that level at this particular moment, and that's Drew McIntyre. But for whatever reason, they keep sort of fumbling the ball with Drew. You know, like what was it, a month ago that Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre were building up a story to a pay per view. They had their pay per view match, Roman won, and that was the end of it. That should not have been the end of it. Roman and Drew could have a really good long feud going. They could have a 6 month to a year feud where they pass the belt back and forth if they really wanted to, because Drew does have that top guy potential. But WWE writers and WWE corporate won't allow it to happen for whatever reason. But if they really allowed Roman and Drew to get into a real feud with an ongoing storyline, it would be one of the best things wrestling has seen in years. But they keep screwing Drew McIntyre out of that top guy spot, and in that same way, they're screwing Roman because Drew could help elevate Roman too. You know, so I only the WWE and only Vince McMahon knows why they do things the way they do. And now that Vince is out of the way, maybe that long running feud between Roman and Drew McIntyre will take place. Because Triple H seems to be doing things a little bit differently than Vince McMahon. But when I watch SmackDown, and even when I watch Raw, it's rare that I can even get through 40, 45 minutes of it without like changing the channel. You know what I'm saying? There's only one time that I'm absolutely glued to the TV, and that's when Roman is out there. You know, he is by far the most interesting thing on in wrestling today, and there's just nobody else anywhere near his level, like I said, except for Drew. So that's where it's at, man. But they need to build more stars. They need to let Drew McIntyre's star shine. They need to start taking Riddle in a more main event guy direction. And I realize they can't give it to him too soon, too fast, because Riddle is new still, and you know, giving him that top guy spot too soon could really kill him and hurt his career. But there are other guys. I mean, even Seth Rollins, if they got rid of that stupid Mr. Monday Night, Mr. Saturday Night crap gimmick that he's got, and just let him be himself, Seth could be a main eventer too. Now I understand we've already seen Seth versus Roman a bunch of times, but you know, who else is there? Who else can you put in that spot right now besides Seth or Drew McIntyre? Or maybe Randy Orton. When Randy Orton comes back, he could have a long running feud with Roman. That's never really happened before. I mean, they had that whole thing with the tag teams like years ago, but there's never really been a really solid feud between Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. So that could be another one that would really work well. And that would give Randy someone fresh to work with, a fresh feud. And same for Roman. So I think those two would really, and boy, with that feud, that would be interesting. It would be really cool if they were both heels and they still had that long running feud. That would be just a treat to see. You know what I'm saying? Because they would both go into just the deepest, darkest parts of their character and make the whole thing just really, there would be some compelling television out of that. You know what I'm saying? They would create some really compelling television. But anyway, yeah, Roman is really the only thing worth watching today as far as like storylines and the way he presents himself in the ring and so on and so forth. I'm leaving Randy Orton out of it because he's hurt right now, so he's not really a part of things. But even when he's there, look at what they give him to work with. You know what I'm saying? They're not giving him like top guys to work with anymore. So even Randy Orton is, I don't know if I tune in just to see him. I probably still would. But they need to start building some other guys to put up against Randy Orton as well. So anyway, that's my take. My Cash App's linked down below. Please show your love. That's all for today.